Goalkeeper short. Tunisia, Farouk Ben Mustafa was red carded off the bench in the last game against Gambia. They also lost Hamza Matloui to suspension for today's encounter. Tunisia, I fancy, were amongst the happier countries at yesterday's World Cup draw. They will be up against Mali in March over 2 legs to decide a place in Qatar. Mali have never qualified for the World Cup before. Tunisia have been 5 times, including the last tournament in Russia. Even though their form here at the Cup of Nations has been far from convincing, I'm sure they'll fancy Mali rather than one of the other big heavyweights in the draw that they avoided. Thus, do Mali play at home or not? They didn't play any home matches during the World Cup qualifiers because they didn't have any stadiums in the proper condition. Will they be able to get something fixed up by March, or will they have to go and play their home game on neutral territory? That'll be another advantage potentially for Tunisia. That's all in March. Here tonight, last 16 action in the Cup of Nations, and forward come Nigeria. Defensive work in the back from Ifa again. Trying to get it out wide to Drager on that right-hand side. Whistle is sounded. The initial challenge, and then Aribo getting stuck in as well, the Scottish-based midfielder. He's really made that defensive midfield position his own over the last couple of months. Came in for the World Cup qualifying matches between September and November at 5 of the 6 games, and as a result cemented his place. Just confirmation that the coach is not here today. One of many teams who really struggled at this tournament without their coach, and we've seen the likes of Equatorial Guinea, Burkina Faso, the Cape Verde Islands all have to have at least one match without the coach on the bench. In the Cape Verde's case, all 3 group matches, although Bubista is back now and ready for Tuesday's encounter against Senegal. And of course tomorrow the Comoros will be without their coach as well. Amir Abdou is in quarantine after returning a positive test. No goalkeeper either for Comoros in that match against the indomitable Lions. It's going to be a first for a major tournament. An outfield player pressed into service in goal. It's from Olembe Stadium in Yaoundé tomorrow. Nice early build-up here from Tunisia. Certainly in no rush, and not looking particularly nervous either against Nigeria. We said Nigeria have had the upper hand in previous Cup of Nations matches, but in World Cup qualification, Tunisia have certainly more than held their own in past competition. And here they come. This might be a little too long. Little chip inside at the back post from Sakni. Now, was that blocked? That was a positive effort from Tunisia. And here they go forward with Ben Slimani. Bit of concern in that Nigerian defence. It was a ball to the byline and then chipped across with quite a bit of height on it. Enough time perhaps to shuffle the defenders over and sort it out, but a little bit of desperate defending to hold Tunisia at bay. First early action after 10 minutes of this encounter. Talbi at the back, along with Ifa. Two new fullbacks, as we mentioned, Draga and Haddadi in the lineup for today's encounter. Msakni, first start of the tournament for him. He's had 2 appearances off the bench. Now Aribo, London-born, of course, along with Aini here on the right-hand side, wearing jersey number 2. Troost Ekong, straight against Jaziri. You would have felt the sting of that particular ball. 2 centre-backs are the oldest 2 players in the Nigerian lineup and also the most experienced, both with over 50 caps, Kenneth Omeru and William Troost Ekong, and that's a fine ball from Ekong out wide. Moses Simon with a little turn, and now the opportunity for Aribo. That's side netting, but they'll have a corner. Often see him so far forward in the opposing penalty box. His presence felt there, Joseph Aribo. Deflection as well, headed towards goalkeeper Ben Said. Let's see what Nigeria can do from the set piece. Comes off Troost Ekong, it's still bobbing around in that penalty area. Troost Ekong once more. Tunisia will look for counter-attack opportunities. Not the quickest team in the tournament, but then Nigeria perhaps don't have the quickest defence either. Msakni. Dragas comes storming down that right-hand side. Possession taken away by Nigeria. Kelechi Iheanacho and Zaidu down the right-hand side, down the left-hand side, excuse me. Ifa with the challenge. Zaidu, of course, having such a wonderful season with the FC Porto, back at the top of the table in Portugal after ceding their title to Sporting Lisbon last season. Involved in Champions League action, of course, in the first half of the campaign. Bit of a latecomer into this Nigerian selection, but he's very quickly cemented the left-back position. Simon once more with a set piece, this time a little lower, bobbing around in that area. And what's the call here? Another one. Have been dangerous in this tournament at set pieces, Nigeria. I'm not sure what it is. The height and physical strength of some of their players. I mean, Tunisia certainly got numbers back there, but making a real hash of trying to get rid of this. Seemed to hit Talbi on the hand as well. There were some half-hearted appeals there from the Nigerians. The referee's going to say play on. He's been listening to the VAR in his ear. Now a little more flight, and this time Talbi gets rid of it. Keeper will be grateful to pick it up without too much pressure. Could be a long night still for both sides. Possibility of extra time and penalties, of course, will loom larger as we head towards the end of the 90 without a goal, or without one or the other side being in the lead. Already been a pretty drama-filled day at the Cup of Nations, and that's what we expect will be the case throughout the second round and on into the quarterfinals at the weekend, semis next week, and the big match on the 6th of February. Driving forward again. Iheanacho nice and busy. Oribo there as well. Play the little 1-2. Aribo not coming off on that occasion. They'll settle for the throw-in though. Simon out on the far side. The defender is Mohamed Draga, German-born, plays at Nottingham Forest. High one up here for Ben Said. Decides to punch at it. This should be a Nigeria ball. And he takes it. Chelsea product now with Torino in Serie A. Ran with Fulham as well last season on loan. The Italians bought him from Chelsea. On the outside of the boot, looking for the diving header up front. Nice little move from the Super Eagles. Strong and positive. Chukwueze intended for Awani. Needed to be brave and was, stuck his head in there. Warm-up games for Nigeria, nor for Tunisia in the build-up to this competition. Both sides battled almost immediately with COVID problems and also with player unavailability. So they came straight into the Cup of Nations, having played their last internationals in November in the World Cup qualification rounds. Tunisia topping their group and Nigeria doing the same. Certainly amongst the heavyweights of African football. Now Ben Slimani. Solby. Referee Ndai with a free kick decision that goes Nigeria's way. Just checking on Ola Aini and the challenge with Msakni. Right in front of Austin Egbavon as well, the technical area for Nigeria. Omeru at the back, survivor of course from the side that won the Cup of Nations in South Africa in 2013, Nigeria's last success. Just out of his teens then. He's only 28 now, is Omeru, playing for Leganes in Spain. Also a long stint with Chelsea. They continually loaned him out from one team to the other. Never really got an opportunity at Stamford Bridge to make a name for himself. A couple of players in this Nigeria side. There's another one there, Aini, who spent a lot of time coming through the ranks at Chelsea and on loan away from home. Awani up front was with Liverpool for 5 years, but also on loan continually, season after season, now playing in the Bundesliga. The practice of clubs parking players at other teams on loan will be severely curtailed next season by FIFA. One little threat so far from Tunisia. Here's Chukwueze down the line. Aini as well, back inside. Good cover defence provided for Tunisia by Laidouni. And we're going to have the first caution of the game here for Iheanacho. All yellow cards from the first round expunged. Start again and you get 2 of these, you are suspended for the next game. So for Iheanacho, that's rather unnecessary, catching Msakni in the face, and referees have been very strict on this in the tournament, under strict instructions from the refereeing committee to ensure that kind of play is punished by a card. Msakni, I'm sure we'll be back for yet another tournament. He's got a chance to break the record for the most number of tournament appearances. At the moment, 8. It's held by Rigobert Song and by Ahmed Hassan. He's 7th here. Dede Ayew was also on 7 for Ghana. Both of them still young enough to make the squad for the next tournament, should their countries qualify. Ivory Coast in 18 months' time will be hosting the 2023 edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Big hoof forward, asking Awani to chase onto it. He's in a classic centre-forward role today, just his 4th cap for Nigeria. Well, the rich tradition up front, I think starting in the days of Rashidi Yakini and moving along over the years. I've seen some excellent centre-forwards, more attacking in the box players. Mwanku Kanu, Amokachi was perhaps a little wider on the pitch, but still the Raging Bull, a consummate goal scorer for the Super Eagles. Of course, Igalo was the leading goal scorer at the last tournament. Not a hefty tally of goals, you might add, but still came away with a golden boot at the end of the 2019 finals in Egypt. Good turn. Ben Slimani, nice and creative. He is playing a little deeper than he normally does in midfield. Danish-based player, number 25, almost on the halfway line there, always looking for the ball. Here he is up again in the challenge. Good strength. Here come Nigeria. Looking for Samuel Chukwueze, but Tunisia hold the line. Keep Nigeria at bay and look to get Jaziri up. He'll require a bit of support here. In the end, decides he's going to wait for it. Sekni. So far, a very cagey affair. You wonder whether there might just be 1 or 2 chances to settle this one. I think that is exactly what Tunisia would prefer more than Nigeria. It's good to see some patient football from both of these sides. Though we're round about midway through the first half, and nothing to write home about yet. There's got potential though to turn into a real thrilling affair. Rich history of these two sides. Tunisia at their 15th successive tournament. That's a record. No country has done that since 1994 when they hosted. Lost the opening game, drew the next one, and were knocked out of the tournament. Fired the coach in between. Things have only got better. Winners in 2004 and finalists in '96 in Johannesburg against South Africa. Play on, says the referee. Challenge from Talbi. Big defender at the back for Tunisia. Is Montassar Talbi. He's Paris-born. Plays his club football in Russia now. Started his career at Esperance. Haddadi down the line. Sakni. Been closely watched. Aribo's got this now. He can launch the counter-attack for Nigeria. Looking for Moses Simon on the left-hand side. Omeru doesn't get it particularly far forward. This might be dangerous, but cleaned up at the back from Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi doing what Wilfred Ndidi does best. Just getting in the way, stopping the opposing attacks, and just being a general nuisance. He is a wonderful player. Completely underrated his role for Nigeria and what he's done for them. He was only 19 when he made his debut in 2015. His 7th year now in the national team, and he's probably the first name they put on the team sheet. Chukwueze from Villarreal in Spain. They won the Europa League last season. He Competed in all the knockout matches and then got a hamstring injury before the final against Man United. Good turn here from Aribo. Tunisia are aware of his danger and were there to make the block. Challenge on him, Sakni. Legal, says the referee. Play on. Moses Simon on the left-hand side. 2-8 in the middle. Simon into the penalty area. Trying to tease his way through the defence. Well, they're probing Nigeria. Tunisia are proving equal to the task. Defensive questions being asked of the North Africans, and the answer has been a resounding success so far. We'll have millions watching and listening in Nigeria. We send you warm greetings, and we suspect that Tunisia will be pretty much all in front of their television sets as well for this encounter. Both countries well aware of what the Cup of Nations mean, with a rich tradition in the past. Decision against Ivory. Well, he was a big defender in his day, Egwuvon, and played at fullback. Looks like a solid centre-back at the likes of Keshi and Uche Oguchukwu to support him. As Benny Roa was on the other flank. It was a very famous Nigerian team, that 94 lineup. Sakni. Back with Ben Slimani. Won the Danish championship with Brombu last season. Better cross, a little bit of work for goalkeeper Okoye. He's been underemployed so far in this game. Taking over from Daniel Akpe as the number one in the Super Eagles lineup. They certainly have been through a lot of goalkeepers over the last 5 years. When he turns, but the whistle is sounded, the decision will go against him. Big, strong player up front for Nigeria. He played for them at under 17, under 20, and at Olympic team under 23 level. It's taken them quite a while to get him into the starting lineup of the Super Eagles, though. Good support for the Super Eagles in particular. Nigeria, a neighbouring country on Cameroon. Tunisians have to come a little further. Iheanacho now sees a bit of space. That's a lovely little ball. Aribo seemed a little unsure about whether he was going to go on the run or not, and Iheanacho a little perplexed by that. Quite far forward, Aribo again, now tracking back alongside Ndidi. Got through a lot of work early on and presented himself in attacking opportunities too. Draga. Bilal Ifa now. Straight down the middle, looking for an opportunity here that needed a challenge from Troost Ekong. It was a good bit of defensive work from the skipper. Suddenly a little bit of a half chance presented itself for the Tunisians. Simon dispossessed. Frame of Aidouni again in that part of the defense. Madani, one of the three changes coming into today's lineup on the left-hand side. There he is again. Plays it forward to him, Sekni. Lots of experience here for Tunisia. It's Ben Slimani off Ndidi. Cleverly done. It'll be a chance for a goal kick. I wonder how much influence there will be from coach Mondekhair, who is isolating back in Douala, or whether he's going to leave his number 2 to get on with the job. Are there messages coming through by phone? I'm sure it must be very difficult if you are the coach and you're forced to stay in your hotel room, not to be on the mobile and barking down instructions. That was a bit of a clumsy challenge. Raffia certainly came off better than looks like from Algeria, Zaidu. Both are up now. Raffia with Standard Liège. He was on the books of Juventus for a couple of seasons, never got a chance in the first team. This is Ladouni again. Is already struggling just with the heat and humidity. More heat than humidity in Garoa. Even though it's a nighttime kickoff and there is some relief from the baking sun. Raffia. Draga on the right-hand side. Took his eye off the ball. It's going to be a chance for Nigeria to get it forward now. Well, these certainly are abnormal times in the COVID pandemic and the impact it's had on a major tournament like this, with coaches not being available, players having to isolate. Tunisia's bench is a lot thinner than it should be. Not as thin as we saw earlier in the tournament when Malawi had 4 substitutes only on the bench near the beginning of the campaign. They overcame that difficulty, booked themselves a place in the last 16. They'll be playing Morocco in a couple of days' time. The game that needs a bit more gas. Maybe Moses Simon can produce something down the left-hand side. Certainly nice and busy, looking for opportunity. It's going to go for a goal kick though. There's a combination of Raffia and Draga. Looking to get the better of Moses Simon and in the end winning the tussle. Raffia started his career at Olympique Lyonnais in France. He's only 22 years old. Zaidu now. One of those many players rested against Guinea-Bissau. Did the right thing, Osternegrevon. It's tough in the first round. 3 matches all inside the space of 10 days. When you have the opportunity to rest your players, when you've assured yourself of progress into the next round. Indeed, Nigeria were actually confirmed top of the group after they beat Sudan in their second game. The opportunity then to play some of the fringe players, get the rest of the squad, get a few minutes under their legs. Certainly utilised by Osternegrevon. His side a lot fresher today, the vast majority. Just Ekong played in the game against Guinea-Bissau, but 8 of the 11 all had a bit of a break. Let's see how much fresher they are going to be than Tunisia. Tunisia also involved in the last game of the knockout phase against Gambia on Thursday. Nigeria had played 1 day earlier, so there's also that factor, 24 hours more rest. Vital at this stage of the tournament, and particularly in these tournament situations. Rest and recuperation, big part of modern day football. So less than 10 minutes to half time. We can report barely any efforts on goal. 2 goalkeepers without any real markings on their shirt. I'm not sure they've been diving around the place yet in the game. Very cagey start to this last 16 encounter in Garoua. Super Eagles fans, I think, would have been expecting a bit more gusto from their side after 3 successive group wins, but this is a top team they're up against. We've got to be careful. Back to Ben Said. Easily done by Drager in the end. You mentioned Drager, born in Freiburg in Germany, which is also his hometown club. They're doing very well in the Bundesliga this season. Freiburg let him go to Olympiacos in Greece, who in turn moved him on to Nottingham Forest in the Championship in England this season. It's Tunisia's ball. 1 yellow card so far from the ref for Iheanacho. It's probably the most excitement we've had. Yeah, he knows all about the pressures. Osternegrevon. Sekni now into the penalty area. This is the danger man. Rafia as well. He's going to get the shot away. Not enough curl on it. The idea was the good one. Chances might be limited in this game. Space might be limited. If you get in a window of opportunity, take it. Churning out plenty of quality players, Tunisia. It's not a big country, not a big population. They have punched way above their weight over the last 20, 30 years of African football. Very good club structure, of course, with Esperance and Etoile Sahel and Club Africain amongst the leading teams, and they'll all be involved in continental club competition in February. Once this tournament's over, focus turns to the clubs in the African Champions League and the African Confederation Cup. Tunisia always well represented. Just Ekong does like the long ball out of defence. Unusual for a Dutch raised player born in Haarlem, same town as Ruud Gullit comes from. A little less on the dreadlocks. Choose Ekong. Ndidi. There's the skipper again. Better ball this time for Chukwueze. Now looking to take on the Tunisian defence. This will go for a corner. No, not given. No complaints from Chukwueze either, so he knows he had the last touch. Okay, to take them on though. Let's see here, there was a little ball. Thought it came off a Tunisian shin. The video evidence concurs with that. However, nothing for Nigeria. You don't get VAR decisions on throw-ins and corners. Be here all night. 5 minutes now to half-time. Who is going to liven this game up? It's a long ball forward here in search of Jaziri up front. He likes the pass, he likes the idea. So Okoye out very quickly to claim it for the Super Eagles. Kenothomeru and Zaidu on that left-hand side. They've been very successful down the left so far in this tournament. Looking for Iheanacho. Ben Slimani. Three and a half minutes now to the break. Tunisia looking for some options down the right. That's asking far too much of Draga. Bilal Ifa with the long pass for his defensive colleague. It's one way to tire out your fullbacks. Ifa, of course, with Club Africain, he's been there for his entire career. Moving on potentially to Saudi Arabia after this tournament and a chance to play, earn a few petrodollars. Nigeria's draw in that World Cup pairings yesterday. Ghana's Black Stars, who are already home. Big derby match. That will be keenly anticipated. We saw a Senegal draw against Egypt. That's Mane against Salah. Cameroon, Algeria. That's another big cracker. And if Cameroon do well in their home tournament, imagine the confidence against the deposed African champions, who, despite a very poor tournament here, will still be a very formidable opponent. Ben Said collects this. 2 minutes to the break now. Game of very few box entries. Defence has been solid on both sides. Sekni playing it out wide, looking for Haddadi. Finally, a foul goes the way of Ivory. Now, if they can get that ball up to him. Kelechi Iheanacho, you wonder, how crucial is he going to be to Nigeria's hopes of winning this game? It's quite a contrast in drama and action to the earlier match, in case you missed it, in Limbe. Burkina Faso winning on penalties against Gabon. They were leading 1-0 until the 89th minute, when Gabon, who were down to 10 men, got an equaliser. Game went into extra time. Chances on either end, penalties to and fro. Burkina Faso sneaking it in the end. They'll be up against the winner of this game. They'll have to come from Limbe to Garoua. Well, the refs decided no additional time needed, quite rightly so too. It's been a first half devoid of any major incident, and So Nigeria and Tunisia with a lot of football still ahead to decide a place in the quarterfinals of the Africa Cup of Nations. Two sides with a rich pedigree in this tournament, but they're getting off to a cautious and slow start here in Garowe in the round of 16. 0-0, half-time. In the first half. So a little resume of what's happened in the first half of this encounter in Garowe. It's the second of the round of 16 matches at the Africa Cup of Nations finals. That overhead kick from Ndidi early on suggested we were going to have piles of drama in the first 45 minutes. The opposite has been true. Classy midfielder trying something spectacular in the early stages to see if there isn't a breakthrough on the cards here for Nigeria. Good long ball out wide to Moses Simon. This was also fairly on in the game. Simon going around the defender, turning it inside, and Aribo with a shot got a deflection and into the side netting. Ben Said in goal for Tunisia. The long ball in search of Ivory. That's a free kick in favour of the Tunisians. See what we mean by lack of opportunities and real lack of highlights too in the first half of this game, with a push in the back of Talbi. Down the wing referee calling that Tunisia's way. And then at the other end, this is Yusuf Msekni, always dangerous, into the penalty area. Took cross or shot, not sure. There wasn't much power behind that. Then the little turn here from Rafia, and put it wide. That really was all we saw from the Tunisians shooting-wise in the first half. As you saw from the stats, none of their efforts on target in this game. Fireworks going. It's that time of the tournament now when we expect all-out football. Everything is at stake. One-off knockout games. You could be on your way home after just 90 minutes. The tournament will deliver a team into the quarterfinals here tonight. It will also deliver a team to the departure lounge at Garowe International Airport tomorrow morning likely. So there is plenty at stake. A Tunisian side with 7 players still in quarantine. COVID-19 outbreak in their camp over the last week. Also without coach Monder Geber. Austin Egwavon on the bench for Nigeria. He's been in this situation before. He was coach in 2006 at the finals in Egypt. He's won this tournament as a player. Been to the World Cup, of course, competed in Belgium. He knows his stuff. Let's see if he has imparted it to his players, and they are going to turn things around here in the second half. No goals in the first 45 minutes. The winner to take on Burkina Faso at this very ground next Saturday. Cup of Nations continues tomorrow with Gambia against Guinea and Cameroon against the Comoros. Wednesday, of course, Malawi and Morocco, preceded by Senegal and the Cape Verde Islands. And then on Wednesday, the final round of matches in the last 16, Ivory Coast and Egypt. That's the one everyone is looking forward to, as well as Mali against Equatorial Guinea. There might be a chance, little slip there by Aino, and Tunisia on the march, on the edge of the area, shot! Oh, goal! Along the ground, catches the goalkeeper, Okoye, and Tunisia have the lead. Youssef Msakni is back, and he is back in style. What a hammer blow that might be. Absolutely thrashed along the ground. He was given time, he cut inside, backed the ball goalwards, and Tunisia have the lead. Held off the defence here. He's got plenty of time. Have a look here. Sets his sides past one, past another, and then a little curl on that shot. Well outside the area. Catches the keeper. All of a sudden, we've got some drama in Garowe. Tunisia with the lead against the mighty Super Eagles. 3 successive wins in the group phase, all count for nothing now. Tunisia lost 2 of their 3, but Youssef Msakni has found the back of the net. And the Super Eagles are going to have to lift up the tempo now and move up a gear or 2. They have been caught napping at the start of the second half. What a turn-up this could yet turn out to be. Miserable opening round for Tunisia. They literally snuck into the last 16. Youssef Msakni, 7th tournament, with yet another vital goal for Tunisia. What a big player he's been for them over the years. How big could that goal be tonight? Well, this has been a tournament full of upsets, including Tunisia being beaten by Gambia on Thursday. Just a couple of days rest. Is it the Tunisians who are going to reverse the agony and impart it onto someone else? You can bet they are going to be nice and tight at the back now. It's going to need something really special from Nigeria. He has another chance. Better away from Omeru. Moses Simon back to Zaidu. Turn here from Iheanacho. He'll get the free kick. Only player booked so far in this game is Kelechi Iheanacho. What a strike that was from Msakni. I wonder whether the goalkeeper might have done a little bit better. He He had COVID in the build-up to the tournament himself. He actually struggled a bit with the virus and didn't feature in the first two games. The first game, I should say, substitute appearance in the next two. Not much of an impact. Starting lineup today. Wow. Just reminds us what a special talent he is. 31 years old now, Msakni. Like the Peter Pan of Tunisian football. By the way, that's his 15th goal for his country in what is his 80th appearance. Made his debut at the Cup of Nations in 2010 in Angola. Going to need something special now. Tunisia did beat, Nigeria beat Tunisia in the third place playoff at the last tournament. They've got that as a reference. It's exactly 22 years ago today since they 4-2 victory for Nigeria over Tunisia in the tournament that they co-hosted with Ghana. 2 goals that night for Austin Okocha and 2 goals for Victor Peba. Nigeria and Tunisia met each other in 3 successive tournaments, 2000, 02 and 04. Know each other well at this level of competition. Now here's Nigeria looking a little brighter. They just got away from Iheanacho. It was a good turn from him, and he seemed to just stub the ball forward. Free kick here. Key, I reckon, for Nigeria now is not to get frustrated. Tunisia know how to defend. They know how to drag the game. They know how to defend a lead. They know how to frustrate an opponent. And they're just patient, come away with it. You might have a chance to get back in the game. Look how much space Msakni had. He had so much time on the ball as well. And swerve on the shot. Caught the keeper, all ends up. Question is, how was he allowed to fire from that far out? Where was the defense? You can see the turn on it. Does catch the goalkeeper. Might have got a stiffer hand to it, but there must be some sympathy too for the fact that it turned as much as it did. Or swerved, probably the better description. Well, when the odds are stacked against you, it's amazing how deep some of these teams can dig. 7 players out with COVID, no coach, they lead by 1-0. What does that mean tomorrow when the Comoros play with no goalkeeper? Are they going to thrash Cameroon, the hosts? Nigeria came into this tournament with plenty of adversity. They had bungled up the selection. They'd left out Emmanuel Dennis and Igalo. They'd fired their coach. Nobody really gave them much serious chance. And there they are, the best team in the group phase, now needing to lift their game in the second half, get back into it against the Tunisians. Iheanacho down. That's going to be the second yellow of the match, awarded by referee Ndai. There's been one on the Nigerian side for Iheanacho, and now Laiduni goes into the book as well. This is Laiduni on Ndidi, pulling him back. Trip as well on Iheanacho. There might well have been 2 cards there, in fact. Well, there should have been. With the little trip on Iheanacho. Indeed, he certainly let the referee know what he thought about that. And there's going to be a lot more of this tugging and pulling and gamesmanship coming up. Nigeria just need to be calm, not let it get to them. Be patient. These big matches Got turned on one moment of magic, and Sakni so far for Tunisia. Now at the other end, opportunity for the Super Eagles. And they're in there for Awani. And Saeed got there first. To Ekong at the back for the Super Eagles. Up to Wilfred Ndidi. Aribo. Right out with Zaidu. No way through for him, so they're going to start all over again. A bit of pressure being put on here by Ben Slimani. Settle for the throw-in. They were looking for Moses Simon up front. Quick ball to Simon as well, now into the middle. Flick on from Iheanacho. Very quickly the cover defence comes for the Tunisians, or the defensive cavalry as it were. Ben Slimani, almost taken away. Rafia, still in play. Big move for Tunisia. From Malawi says to his teammate, well, what did you expect me to do? There's options off the bench, of course. The veteran Ahmed Musa. Will he come on and show us some of his genius and turn things around? Now, here is Iheanacho. Stubbed his toe as he looked to get that shot in. Well, that's a positive sign for Nigeria. That much space inside the penalty area. As a foul is concerned, challenge coming in from Shkiri. There's a reminder of the score. Yusuf and Sakni straight after half-time. Long-range speculative effort in the back of the net. Now Awani out wide. Chukwueze. Still he goes. He's got the pace. He's got the trickery. He's lost possession. There come Tunisia. Remember, the counter-attack is certainly on for them. At the other end, Moses Simons just overplayed that for Zaidu. Can't afford to get sloppy now. Challenge from Troost Ekong, and he was back up on his feet again. This was Moses Simon. Ball for the left back, which was perhaps a little bit too strong. So the changes are going to be made very quickly, and you can see Alex Iwobi. Nika is there as well. Fresh legs on for the Super Eagles any moment now. Ndidi. Good running. I know. Is he brought down on the edge of the area? Once the referee say no, play on. No chance for Nigeria to make those changes. They're going to wait a little still. Will be on the left. Olayinka on the right. He plays at Slavia Prague in the Czech League. He's also had some time in Belgium and in Albania, which is where he went first after leaving Ibadan, looking for his footballing fortune across the world. Dooney will stay down, buy some more time. Here come the changes. So So Iheanacho, with that yellow card perhaps in Eguavon's mind, is the player who is first off for Alex Iwobi. It might upset a few fans, but he is carrying the possibility of a card. I think he'll understand that too. British-born Iwobi on. Premier League player, of course. Not as prolific these days as he was. And then on comes Peter Olayinka. He's on for Awani. Nigerian career restricted to just 2 caps. He won his first one, Olayinka, back in 2019 in a friendly against Brazil, and then didn't play again until the Guinea-Bissau match just a handful of days ago. Awani's done a good job up front, not much in the way of service, not much in the way of support. "30 minutes for Tunisia to hold out for what would be another upset win at this tournament. Nigeria with it all to do. Now, this current generation, have they got the fortitude and the wherewithal, of course, that you need to claw your way back in these situations? Otherwise, it's Tunisia against Burkina Faso in the quarter-final. Who would have thought that? Tunisia always very good at tournament play. We have mentioned already the fact that they've been at the last 15 finals in the Africa Cup of Nations. 15 successive tournament appearances. No one has ever done that before. Not even the mighty Egypt have been to 15 in a row. And they do know their way around big tournaments, 5 World Cups as well. Troost Ekong. Tunisia in 4th place at the last tournament, quarterfinals in 2015 and 2017. They did go out in the group phase in Angola in 2010 and in South Africa in 2013, but that's the only flops really that they've had over the last 2 decades. For the rest, always there and thereabouts in the quarters. Quarter-final finishes a total of 6 times in those 15 successive tournament appearances. Here's Moses Simon. Now the shot from Ndidi. Need a lot more attempts like that to get themselves back in the game, but that must be seen as a positive for Nigeria. Chases on, see if he can put a bit of pressure on the goalkeeper. He's hoofed it straight up front. Troost Ekong recovers there. Almost handed that to Jaiziri. Jaiziri will be the lone man up front for Tunisia. And the rest will make sure they get behind the ball as much as they can. Ndidi, Aribo. These two need to drive it forward from midfield. That's going to be a free kick in favour of Tunisia and a yellow card. That's Iwobi rather, not Aribo. Just come on. Looks a little bemused. Exactly, the player down. We're not getting any answers out of the Senegalese referee. This was the challenge. He caught him on the ankle. Exactly, made a bit of a meal of that also. But there is definitely some dangerous contact, and those are the kind of challenges that the referees have looked to stamp out in this tournament. A little more pressure, you could well break an ankle. I think that gave us a much better angle. And when Iwobi looks at it again, he'll understand why he got a yellow. Now the ref's gone to have a look at it, maybe a red card. Oh, this could be a big turnaround in this encounter. Red card check from referee Ndai. Does he feel this warrants a sending off? There is the stamp on the ankle of Msakni, and this might be a pivotal moment in this game. Alex Iwobi having just come on. What's the referee say? Is he going to withdraw the yellow? It looks like he's going to withdraw the yellow and give the red. There's the yellow being withdrawn. No. Red's coming out. Nigeria down to 10. Iwobi will play no further part. The Super Eagles are a man light, a goal down, and they've got 25 minutes to rescue their Cup of Nations. To be fair, it was a dangerous tackle, and there are very clear instructions not to allow those kind of challenges. To be fair on Iwobi as well, he's looking to play. If Sakni comes across, and I don't think you can call that deliberate at all, but any contact with the ankle area with force in the studs means a red card these days, certainly at the Cup of Nations. And Alex Iwobi, barely on the field, is off. Nigeria down to 10. Well, if there's any consolation for the fans, Gabon were down to 10, round about the same time of their match earlier on against Burkina Faso, came back and scored an equaliser in the last minute. I wonder if they're reading from the same script in this particular encounter. Nigeria down to 10, Tunisia lead by a goal. There were very few who would have thought it would be going this way. 2 losses in the first round, Tunisia, still into the last 16, really courtesy of that 4-0 win over Mauritania. And here, 25 minutes from taking the scalp of the Super Eagles. It's a funny old game, isn't it? He has a chance in the back post for Simon! Blocked. Still trying to get the opportunity going. It's a blast into that area from Zaidu. Now Aribo, play on, says the referee. Here comes Ben Slimani for Tunisia. Sakni to Jaziri, he's hardly seen the ball. Jaziri, ball inside. Rather languid effort really from the marauding Shkiri. What a good chance that was for Moses Simon. Let's see how close he came. This is the cross inside. Pulls it down onto his left. Blocked by the keeper. Good save. Now, Nigeria need a lot more of those opportunities. Aribo. Omeru pushing forward. Zaidu. Run into the area here. Little turn back to the fullback. It's onto his right foot. He knocked it wide of the target. Looking positive though. Keep those coming, and the Super Eagles have got a chance to get back in this game. On his favourite foot. So Nain Sliti, who's been in isolation, a negative test returned yesterday, flown belatedly behind the rest of the side to join them here, will come on And that will be change for Tunisia. Rafia off, Sleety on. Lots of experience that Naim Sleety's got at this level of competition. It's a rather limited bench with all of the COVID cases, but Sleety, who plays in Saudi Arabia these days, played in Ligue 1 in France for Dijon and for Lille. And in European Cup competition as well. Knows his way around the Africa Cup of Nations. Nigerians will start looking at the clock now. Zaidu loses possession. All the way through to the keeper, who's hardly seen any of the ball. Zaidu again, there's a sense of urgency now. Trustekong, possession turned over. Remember, Msekni and Jaiziri got plenty of pace up front there. Nice turn from Msekni. Well, he stopped in his tracks. 20 minutes remain. That's a little stoppage time. 20 very important minutes for Nigeria. Remember, they've got that World Cup playoff against Ghana coming up in March. Can you imagine the pressure of this potential early elimination from the Cup of Nations? That would certainly make it a lot more even than it is at the moment, given how poorly Ghana fared. Well, they've got plenty of possession, Nigeria. Are they going to turn it into goals? Kenneth Omeru, he's won a Cup of Nations. He can perhaps tell the other guys how it's done. Trustekong. Wide out onto the right. Ainol, still going. This is positive. 2-8 in the middle. Ball's cut back to Chukwueze. Tries the turn and gets the shot wide of goal. Looking for a corner, not given. Well there, Chukwueze might have a case for a corner. Might have just a little bit of a brush on the way through. Difficult for the official to say. How many times though have we watched big matches in qualifiers in Africa at this particular tournament and seen a Tunisian team take one or two chances, go into the lead, and then successfully sit on that lead, hold the opposing team at bay. They are the masters. Nigeria need their best bottle openers, corkscrews, whatever else, drill bits they can find in these closing minutes now to prise open the door. Down to 10, of course, with Iwobi sent off. Zaidu. Simon. Still Simon. On the edge of the area, looking to try and see if he can get a shot away. Good block by Tunisia. No way through for him. Sleety. Jaiziri. Ben Slimani. Now the Tunisians see a little bit of an opening. Shot here is blocked. Ben Slimani looking to go for goal. Zaidu runs that tackle well, rides the tackle well. that out. Daiduni will be key in these closing stages. Another change here now. Chukwueze goes off, sticking the big man Sadiq up front. Got a goal in the last game, his first at full international level. He's only just come into the Super Eagles lineup. In the meantime, Tunisia looking for number 2. That's a great save. Turned around the corner. The effort from Naim Sliti. Well, had that gone in the back, it would have been done and dusted. Full stretch from keeper Okoye. Headed to Watford from Sparta Rotterdam, where he's been playing for the last 6 months. Been on loan. Watford signing him at the beginning of the season. Sliti now, from shot taker to corner taker. Cleared away. Back with the men in white though. Little touch from Simon. Sliti, there's a real buzz about Tunisia now. They can sense something. They've got 50 minutes to go. Sliti goes down. Referee says play on. Good steal. Play on again. A couple of tough challenges coming in. Referee's allowed play to continue. Now, Msekne lining up. Oh, he's thinking about another one. He's still thinking about it. Maybe overthought it. No space in the end to get the shot away. That's good defending by Nigeria. Ben Said clears. There's Moses Simon. He's been top performer at this tournament up to now. Is he going to turn it on a little further? Tense times for the Super Eagles. Tense times for Nigeria. Ndidi straight at the referee, and the referee, he feels, should have stopped play. That's a foul. Tunisia, and Ndidi is going to get booked here. Or is he? I think the ref's just going to give him a warning. But Ndidi pointing out, and quite rightly so, the ball strikes the referee. There's got to be a cessation of play and a drop ball. Free kick given away by Omeru. Then Slimani. He plays that to the wing and then retreats back to defence. That's priority number 1 at the moment for Tunisia. Possession turned over. This is positive now. Down goes the ball. The chase is on. Keeper's out. Oh, and Sadiq might well have taken advantage of that little mix-up in defence. I'm not sure he was aware of the situation. Bilal Ifa and Ben Said. In fact, Bilal Ifa played it on to Sadiq. Good fortune for Tunisia. It looks as if the corner is being given, which is good fortune for Nigeria. 12 minutes remain. Moses Simon with a set piece towards the near post, and a flick across the face of goal. No one there to get an edge and deliver it into the back of the net for Nigeria. Nigeria ball. Lots of confidence in their defending ability have Tunisia. Too close to the keeper. It's a disappointing one from Olayinka. Left-sided player as well, so they've got a bit of an overload there on the left that they're looking to use with Simon and Zaidu and Olayinka. Not breaking through just yet though. That came off the head of Troost Ekong. Tunisia throw in, as you can see, absolutely no rush on their part to go and collect the ball. Man in charge today is Jalal Khadri. The coach has got COVID. He is isolating in his room. And his assistant is in charge of what potentially is a huge turnaround in Tunisian fortunes. They were at the Arab Cup in Qatar with a very strong lineup last month. Got to the final against Algeria. Very exciting final too. They got past Egypt in the semi. Good strong Egyptian side too, home-based players. Egypt scored an own goal with the last touch of the match. Tunisia went through. There was a fair amount of confidence coming into this one. They'll be happy just to keep it down in the Nigerian half of play. Ben Slimani, he's had a good game. Naim Sliti with that left foot. Msekni, good overlap. This is very confident stuff from the Tunisians. Msekni, block, and then I think it came off him and goes away for a goal kick. Offside flag up as well. Contribution in there too from Shkiri. Kazri stays on the bench for the moment. They don't need his attacking dial now with this one goal lead. They need more defensive ability. There's the offside. Whatever happened, Jaziri would have been in the way. More positive stuff from Omar Sadiq. Nothing given by the referee. Now he changes his mind and gives Nigeria the free kick. The 24-year-old from Kaduna who plays for Almeida. They're right at the top of the Spanish second division. Winning the kick there. Played for Roma in Serie A, for Torino and Bologna. He's been around as a very promising junior for a long time, and now at the age of 24 looking to deliver for Nigeria on the big stage. Free kick opportunity. Clock says 8 minutes to go. Tension all over Nigeria, I'm sure. And across the world, of course. All the Nigerians watching in the US, Canada, across the rest of Africa. Not to mention in Europe. Moses Simon will look to take it. Moses Simon! He's put it over the top. Wide of target. Another chance goes a-begging for the Super Eagles. Time the clock winds down. 7 minutes to go. Just a reminder, tomorrow hosts Cameroon at the Olembe Stadium against the Comoros Islands, preceded by Guinea and the Gambia. All the shocks continue in the tournament tomorrow. Burkina Faso already through. They meet the winners of this tie in the quarterfinals on Saturday here in Garoua. Good bit of work from Sliti. Still Sliti. Down he goes. Well, that was a dive worthy of swimming gold at the Olympics. Sadiq, he gets the free kick. Interesting that the referees are not stamping down on players diving in the penalty area. Here he is, Wabi Kazri. This is his 5th tournament. He's being shown back to the bench by the 4th official. All the officials today are from Senegal. The VAR official is the Mexican, Fernando Guerrero, but hasn't really been called upon to make any calls. Did suggest that the referee go and check that Alex Iwobi tackle, and the referee changed his mind, turned the yellow into a red. Long throw from Nigeria into the danger zone. Keeper gets a punch to it. Second ball is falling for Tunisia. Free kick against Trus Ekong. Laiduni again will take his time and wind down the clock. Two changes now. Tunisia with Wabi Kazri. He'll be wearing jersey number 10, and also bringing on another attacker, Issam Jebali. He plays for Odense in the Danish league. Former Etoile Sahel player. So Jaziri goes off. He's running socks off without really making much of a contribution. Jebali on, and then let's see what what Kazri can do. We know his talent, 2 goals in the game against Mauritania in the group phase, and then COVID ruled him out of the last game against Gambia. Msekni, he's done his job. He hands the captain's armband over to the Saint Etienne player. This Cup of Nations could well be a real change in mood for Wabi Kazri, because his club are sitting at the foot of the table and quite considerably down in the relegation zone in France. Saint Etienne gets to stay away a little bit from all of the doom and gloom around the club at the moment, and potentially go on a real high here with Tunisia. 3.5 minutes but stoppage time remains. Nigeria, I don't want to say on their way out, but they need something now with time against them. Remember, Gabon pulled an equaliser out of the hat, down to 10 with a minute left to go against Burkina Faso earlier on today in Limbe, so it can be done. Here's Aribo. Simon on the left. He cuts inside. Chance to turn, gets the return with Umar Sadiq. Now they're going to get the shot in here, just wide of goal. Was there a deflection? Wilfred Ndidi suggests there was. Referee says no. Goal kick it's going to be. And surprise, surprise, the Tunisian goalkeeper is injured, so we will have another stop. Simon, he has the turn from Ndidi. He felt it was worthy of the effort on goal. That was going well off target, we might add. Another change. Aribo off, midfielder being sacrificed now, and Musa comes on. He was also in the winning team in 2013. Maybe some of that gold dust can be sprinkled on the rest of his teammates in these closing stages. In the meantime, Tunisia sniffing for a second goal. Cut out by Aino. Good turn. Musa, and then bundled off the ball. Bundled off fairly as well. This is a very good run on to the edge of the penalty area. Referee says play on. Tunisia looking to force a penalty there in the closing stages. That would have been the insurance goal they were looking for. Not been too many chances in this game for either side. That one long-range shot from Msekni, is that going to be the difference? 1 minute plus stoppage time. Time is running out. Tunisia, always so good at defending a lead or turning on another masterclass, although that from Ben's side is probably not in the textbook. Well, the coach is being encouraged to throw everyone forward. He's saying to his staff, that's what I've told them to do, just get up there. Another foul, this time from Omeru, and another chance for the Tunisians to wind down the clock a little further. We're going to find out any moment now how much stoppage time is left. Fourth official getting ready with the board. Well, there's some Nigerians still finding it possible to move, but I'm not sure how. 5 minutes. 5 minutes here for the Super Eagles. Down to 10, of course. This might be the opportunity. Is it? No! It's across the face of goal. That was the one, perhaps. Excellent opportunity for Sadiq. Just a couple of inches. Great run through the defence. Tight angle, good effort from the big striker. And then he watches and watches and watches, and it goes wide. Maybe that 20-30 centimetres could well be the difference between Nigeria and the place in the quarterfinals. Yusuf Msekni's goal so far separates these two sides. Nigeria are running out of time. Big ask now for the Super Eagles. Can they get themselves back in the game and force this encounter into extra time? Everybody is forward. Moses Simon one more time, delivers. Loose ball again collected by Tunisia. Up to Kazri. Kazri gets some support. There's some fresh legs on here for the Tunisians. And they know sometimes attack the best form of defence, and if they can keep it up there, so much the better. But possession is given away. 3 minutes to go. High up in the air, Tunisia into the Nigerian half. Nigeria back into the danger zone. Tunisia are picking up all the second balls. I know now, over the top. No time to build up, they need to just bang it forward. Good work from Omar Sadiq. He's looked bright since coming on, he carries on. Runs into a wall of defenders. Mero being teased there. 3 minutes gone, 2 to go. Kazri up front. Tunisia back on the attack again. They lost 2 of 3 group games, Tunisia, might I remind you. And yet they are now a minute and a half, 90 seconds away from a place in the quarterfinals of the Cup of Nations. There is no form guide in this tournament, that's for sure. Results have not gone with the big boys at all. Austin Eguavoen, well, he was suggesting last week that he might well want to stay on as the national coach. I'm not sure that's going to be the case now if he can't help the Eagles turn this around. Omar Rekik is about to come on for Ben Slimani. Referee encouraging him to leave a little earlier. This is a Dutch-born defender being thrown on in the closing stages to just help them close up shop. More, of course, to wind down the clock as well. It'll be a rather quick cap for Rekik. He's in Spain these days. Slotted to defence. Here it is. Big one up from Nigeria. Surely now time is against them. Header is wide of target. The only team to win, there's Verde, who goes to all of these tournaments for Tunisia, the super fan. Will he be celebrating? Well, Tunisia already celebrating on the field. High fives amongst the defenders as they know that the clock is now just a couple of seconds away. Surely this must be the last throw of the dice for the Super Eagles. They've got to get it forward. Referee puts his whistle to the mouth. Tunisia have won. An incredible turnaround here for the Carthage Eagles. They are through to the quarterfinals to meet Burkina Faso and Nigeria, who probably defeat. And of course, much thinking to do with the World Cup playoffs to come in March against Ghana. What a turnaround for Tunisia. Who would have thought the side battled through the group phase, ravaged by COVID, without their coach, have managed to win. What a fascinating game of football from a tactical point of view, from, well, just a side with the odds stacked against them, and yet they come away. Haddadi is in tears. One of the changes into the starting lineup, and an excellent effort at fullback. The one goal in the game from Yusuf Msekni. Tunisia are into the quarterfinals, the last 8 in Garoua next Saturday against Burkina Faso. They have beaten Nigeria by 1-0.